Greetings, salutations, it's me, James, your BA Sensei, back with another Power Query tutorial. In today's video, we're going to be looking at pattern extraction. To give you more context around that, we got a one-column data set with a sentence in it. And the sentence can go up to 100 words. What we want to extract is a specific pattern and indicate all of the patterns that we found from the sentence and append them with a comma. The specific pattern we looked at is a fixed length pattern, and you can see it consists of 10 characters, the first 3 being uppercase letters, and the latter part, the last 7, being 7 numbers from 0 to 9. I found a lot of background information for this specific video in a great book called The Definite Guide to Power Query M. Let me show you how to do it. Alright, so let's get this data set into Power Query. You click in your data set, you go to data, and you say from table or range. Now this will open Power Query. First thing that you do is let's quickly change the name to pattern query. Alright, so let's quickly look at this data. The first thing that I would like to do here is to break the sentence up into individual words. So split the sentence by spaces. So I'm just going to say add a new column, and I'm going to say here text.split, and I'm going to take the pattern sentence, and I'm going to say split it by a space, yeah, and say okay. So what that does now is see it gives us a list of each row, and that list basically breaks down every single word as items in a list. This is a good starting point. Just a note on some things, and you can see there is the numbers we're looking for. So we need to find a way to get to those numbers. Just another note over here. You can see this guy over here. It basically contains a comma, so I need to strip that comma out. I want to strip out commas and full stop. So what I'm going to do is quickly going to make this a bit bigger. I'm going to go back to add custom, and in here I'm just going to say text.remove from the pattern. I'm going to remove anything that is a comma, and I'm going to say a full stop. Yeah, and I'm just going to close it out. So now we basically removed all commas and full stops from our results here. That won't distort it anymore. Next thing, I know that my pattern contains 10 letters, so I want to basically now create a little short list to get to the words with only 10 letters. So what I can say is, I can say list.select, yes. And in there, I just simply place and go each text.length. Text.length should be of the underscore, which is every single item in that list, yes. Where that is equal to, I know it's 10 letters. My pattern is for 10 letters. All right, so let's see what we have here. Oh, you see there, we already have like 2 candidates, 1 candidate. We're already there, but you can see now we're including other words that are also 10 letters, which is great. We're getting closer. See, there's a counting. So now what we need to do is we need to write a kind of a function that now takes these words with 10 letters and look for the pattern with 3 uppercase in the beginning and 7 numbers at the end. All right, so you copy this last little mQuery bit that we wrote over there. You copy that. Right. We right click over here, we say new query and start a blank query because we're going to write a new function. In here, let's quickly rename this to pattern function. Yes. And then we're going to go to home and say advanced editor. Now we have the advanced editor open, and I'm just going to paste that code in here. So we have it, and let's call this the shortlisted words as a variable. I'm going to put that at the source over there. Yes. Next thing, all functions have input parameters. The input parameter in my case is sentence as text. We're going to return the result as text with a little rocket dash. So now this sentence needs to be an input into our function. So this pattern sequence there, we can just replace that with sentence. And this should work. So now we should actually have a working function. You can see it takes a sentence to input. All right. So now let's get to work. So now that we have various words, we have a shortlisted number of words. Now we need to take the shortlisted word that contain 10 characters, right? Feed those words into some sort of a pattern check. Yes, I'm going to declare a new variable called pattern check. I'm going to say is equal to, and in here I'm going to write a function within a function. I'm going to say give it the word as an input and have a little rocket dash. And let's do our brackets over there and just close it up. Yes. We know that the pattern has the first 3 items in the text start. We say the first 3 characters in the word Yes, starting with 3, this will return the first 3 characters. Must be uppercased letters. All right, so how I'm going to do that is I want to check for anything that is from A to Z. This is all case sensitive. But what I want to do is I'm going to say text.remove, take from this, remove anything A to Z, and if this is equal to nothing, in other words, when it's a match, then it returns true. And the second condition is copy this out. Text end, the last 7 characters should be between 0 and 9. So if these two are true, then our pattern is checked. So now next thing I need to do is I need to now send the shortlisted words into the pattern check. So now I'm going to say pattern matches. All right, and I'm going to be in there. I'm going to say list.select. Yes, select everything from the shortlisted words. Yes, and each word in that list, I'm going to say each should be a pattern check. Yes, and underscore would mean I'm sending this sub-function every single word in my shortlisted words. Right. And what I want to return is, I want to return the pattern matches, but I want to, because we can return more than one, text, combine everything that we matched in these lists, combine them with a comma and a space. Yes. All right. So now if I close this out, we now have our function. Now we can call our function our main query. So I'm going to go back to my main query. I'm going to say add column, invoke custom function, and I'm going to invoke my pattern function. Let's give it the sentence. And look at that. Like magic, it actually works. So it extracted out of here the numbers, the correct pattern. Isn't that marvelous? You can see this one has 3 over there. And that's how you can do this. So let's quickly go back to our function and make it a little bit less hard-coded. So you can see I hard-coded the 10 letters in there. So let's say we want to make that, let's say the letter count as number, yes. And let's say the number count as number. Put that in there. And in here we just say pattern length is equal to the letter count, which is 3, plus our number count, which is 7. Right. And now the letter count, I'm just going to replace this into, I'm going to take the hard-coded 3 out, and the number count, I'm going to take the hard-coded 7 out. And there we go. And that pattern length, that 10, I'm going to take out as well. And say, okay. Now if I go back to this, it's going to break, obviously, because I didn't invoke the function properly. So let's go. We say the letter count is 3 and the number count is 7. And it should still return all of the things like that. And we just say return at home. And there we go. We have extracted the pattern. So I hope you learned some new techniques that you can apply into your work and to solve some of your problems. This is me, your BA Sensei, signing out.